Galnet News Digest, 6th of April 3307. We read the news so you don't have to.
In this week's news, the NMLA, a lost cause.
Buckycabs get you there. First.
Lunging Mania hits Adityan.
The NMLA, a lost cause. Like Emperor's Dawn before it, the less-than-democratic pro-Republican Neo-Marlinist Liberation Army looks set to lose everything, with a significant chance that their battle in the Madrid system won't even reach the first tier of achievement, while Imperial forces make relatively good progress. The NMLA may have lost the sympathy of those normally hostile to the Imperial status quo, when they attacked Federal and Alliance stations, and also the non-aligned Lave station, in an ill-considered plot to drive the radio station off air. The Neo-Marlinist Order of Madrid has offered a uniquely augmented Class 2 Rating B increased caustic damage and capacity enzyme missile rack to the top 10% of participants, but with their effort falling far short of the minimum success criterion, that promise is thrown into doubt, and the missile rack they were offering may never be seen. The Imperial offer of a fully engineered Class 2 rating B long-range and high-capacity railgun with feedback cascade will go to the top 75% of participants, and there's still time to pile in and earn yourself one in combat zones all over Madrid. Will Theta 7 survive the slaughter? Will the NMLA regroup and repeat the atrocities of former months? Or has Patreus done the dirty work of the Emperor, and is the Empire set for another 1,000 years of dominion? We expect further updates on Thursday.
Buckycabs get you there first. After numerous complaints about the slow transit times from the Apex Interstellar Taxi Company, the Buckyball racers have set up a rival company, Buckycabs, who offer to get you from any base in the system to Hopkins City in 4 minutes or less, guaranteed or your money back. Apex claims to have the fastest transit times in the galaxy, but with a transit time of 13 minutes and 40 seconds from Huygens near the C star and Hopkins City near the A star, this claim to be the fastest is simply not borne out by the evidence, as Commander Alec Turner of the Buckyballers points out. The mistake Apex is making is to assume that the fastest transit between 2 points in a system is to travel in a straight line. Even allowing for gravity wells, this is simply not true. The fastest route is to jump out to another star system and to jump back in to Adityan, much closer to Hopkins City. Commander Turner makes the quite reasonable point that no one would dream of spending an hour and a half flying away from Hutton Orbital, and that's effectively what Apex Interstellar, or Apex Intersmeller, as Commander Turner calls them, is doing. So, unless you want nearly 14 minutes of taxi driver banter, you're better inside a Buckycabs ride.
Lunging Mania hits Adityan. Commanders struck dumb by the excitement of walking around and lacking the ability of expressing themselves in any other way in a system where the system chat is scrolling at a rate of more than 30 messages per second, have taken to prancing around like Cossack dancers to communicate. With jumping forbidden in social zones, the only means of expression available are looking up, looking down, turning left, turning right, sidling sideways, walking forwards and back, running and crouching. Of this complex set of visual phonemes, the basic building blocks of language, the hieroglyph for crouching down has become universally accepted as the greeting. When combined with a sidling sideways motion, commanders are able to perform simple breakdance moves. Other options available to commanders are to perform inept recreations of river dance, in which not only the arms remain limp by the dancer's side, but the legs are equally unmoving, and to stare pointedly at the ceiling when the lack of an interesting breakdance from the other commanders in the conversation becomes too much to bear. Commanders in Adityan dream of the day when they'll be able to move their arms, when commanders within 5 metres will be able to hear each other speaking, and when the 07 salute becomes real. Until then, be ready to lunge.
And that's this week's Galnet News.
Galnet News. We read the news so you don't have to. Sidling slideways. Sidling slide. Sliding.